Recently, Joey Barton has been found guilty of assaulting his wife at their home in 2021. Um, and many people are they're upset with him, not specifically and only because of this, but because of some of the things that he said and done in the past, as well as recently his comments about certain people being given roles in certain acting roles. He said he's trying to say that it should be certain other people and whatever else nonsense he's trying to stir up. And now people are saying he said so many of these things, and then look what he's been found guilty of. And people are rightfully angry with him previously, and now they're even more angry because he said and done unacceptable things, and people were behind him, particularly far right thugs were behind him, supporting him, pushing his content, and then now we find out he does stuff like this. And KSI has responded by saying, "What a disgusting human being," and that's all he said, and that's all he needs to say. Um, and it's not surprising. A lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, people are who you'd say are far right thugs who push Islamophobia and or racism or whatever else, and apparently disguise it as being patriotic to Britain. They are the ones that are doing crime, and if you look into their past, they're often grooming gangs or linked to grooming gangs. They are being racist, violent, and other crimes, taking drugs and stuff like this. But because they get people up, riled up because of they're being patriotic, and they're using certain racial slurs and rhetoric, which gets people on their side. People don't say anything. But if this was someone who wasn't Joey Barton, who was perhaps a different skin color or different religion or whatever else, I'm sure a lot of people would be commenting differently, and all the far right thugs and all these patriots would be out saying certain things. But where are they now? They're only selectively angry about certain things. They're not really angry about things all the time. In terms of if someone, regardless of their skin color and their religion and whatever else, we will speak. But the far right thugs often they only speak when it is certain people and not when it's other people. It shows you they do not have true concern for what they pretend to be concerned about. They're only concerned about it when it is people who have a certain skin color and speak a certain way or speak a certain language, and maybe perhaps have a certain religion. And hopefully this more of this gets uncovered. I'm not saying more of this happens because I don't want people getting assaulted or whatever like that. But we know more of this has happened. It needs to be uncovered, and many of these far right thugs need to be shown for what they really are. They are not these people who will say Britain and not patriotic and whatever else. These people are, in fact, the downfall and the reason why Britain is suffering, because they have nothing to offer to Britain. They have barely any education. They barely contribute to society. We're upset that doctors are taking their jobs that don't look like them and perhaps don't have a different religion. You with no education, you are angry about a doctor taking a job. You will not get a doctor's job at all with your current education. So regardless if the doctor's skin color is different to yours, you are not getting that job. So it shows you that not only are you racist, but you have no education to even complain about people taking your jobs that you could never get.